Fight!
Hello there, everyone. Welcome to Riffin with a couple 90 guys. My name's Tony, and with me today is my buddy Peter, who is also a 90s guy and has always been.
Yes, created in the 90s, and it says on a little logo on my buttocks.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I can't confirm or deny that, but the rumors out there persist.
Yes.
How is everything going with you, Peter, in terms of 90s world? Any good cartoons you've been catching up on?
A lot of old Simpsons.
Yes.
I've been trying to catch up on more Hey Arnold and watching some Johnny Bravo and some Cartoon Network stuff.
That's excellent. Yeah, today actually, in the tradition of Christmas, seeing as how it's so close, we're going to actually be talking about the 90s toys that you could get. And so that's definitely something I'm very interested in talking about because, well, what could be better than 90s and Christmas topics, right? Other than beer, maybe.
Yes.
I was gonna say today actually I watched a old Rugrats special. It was like one of the first Nicktoons Christmas specials, I believe.
Cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a whole half hour, so they didn't break this one up into 2 segments. So you got a little bit more of one story. It was pretty cool.
Awesome. I don't remember what happened in that episode.
So the kids are all afraid of Santa because Chucky says that he's
pretty freaking scary to begin with.
Yeah, I mean it was actually pretty good. They were saying that he's not a good guy. That's just a cover. And so Angelica's all worried about because she does some rotten things. She's worried that she's not going to get any treats. She's only going to get coal. So it's pretty cool actually.
Cool. Not to rag on Christmas or anything, but there were some Hanukkah special themed episodes as well, especially with Rugrats. There's a whole Hanukkah episode. Helga was like Ramses, and Tommy Pickle was Moses, and was like their grandfather on his mother's side. On his mother Dee Dee's side, was telling them the story of Exodus.
I remember that one with the old man, Harris something, or Hart, whatever his name is, the grandpa.
I forget his name. He's
Jewish. He's definitely Jewish.
Yeah, but I thought that was really cool. And then I was thinking like, oh, there's not that many like Exodus movies or Hanukkah movies, but now they got freaking Exodus with Christian Bale.
Yeah, so they got their just desserts.
Yeah, that's something to
brag about. So,
Christian Bale as Tommy Pickle. A baby's gotta do what a baby's gotta do.
And then what about Dill Pickle? Who'd play that role? Maybe somebody like Keanu Reeves?
Yeah.
It's like,
damn. I think we have something here, actually.
Excellent. Let's send it to the studios.
A reboot of Rugrats.
We have a lot of script ideas on this show, and I swear,
we do.
If Sony Pictures listening, damn it, you can't bring us down. We will make this movie.
Okay. You guys got hacked, so you're running out of ideas. So.
Yeah, so how about you hire a couple of nice guys?
You know.
That's your next target. So, Peter, should we start talking a little bit about some 90s toys?
Sure. Do you have any favorites yourself?
I think I have possibly the number one favorite.
Tickle Me Elmo.
Okay, no, that's close. That's close, but I think this one beats it. I think this one we could both agree that it's definitely an amazing 90s toy that
cool.
Still has a lingering effect on today's youth. Pokemon cards.
Oh my god, yes. Oh, just Pokemon in general was an invention of the 90s that is just fantastic.
So I remember, this is why I picked it, because few other toys I remember actually consistently wanting to purchase. This isn't like something where you want for Christmas and then once you get it, your need is satisfied.
Oh, this
This
is a
thing,
year-round.
this is a year-round addiction that embedded itself in the minds of many, many young 90s children. I remember many, many days or weekends when I would ask my dad if I could have $5 so we can go down to the local 7-Eleven, and I would pick out those blue foil covered
Oh
packages of maybe
man,
5 or 7 cards, I think it was.
yeah.
And
Oh,
then, and I remember unwrapping them and like just the anticipation
just
and
the smell and the
yeah,
feeling.
it's just on the feeling, the crinkle of the wrap of
Yeah,
the foil. It's just,
takes me
but
back.
yeah, it really does. You get the whole package in that one experience, and it's like every weekend was a mini Christmas. You get to see the new cards, and you get to grow your collection. I love that, man. That's why I
Talk
picked
about a
that.
good stocking stuffer as well.
Goodness, you're absolutely correct. Now the bummer of it was if sometimes you'd get the doubles, and that was kind of a pain in the ass. But
I don't
other
need
than
all
that,
these dittos for fuck's sake.
I know, right? It's these stupid sparrows, like they don't do
Yeah.
shit.
Oh God.
Stupid weak ass.
Well, wait. What was the little fish that Gyarados evolves from?
Magikarp?
Yeah, all these fucking Magikarps. Oh God.
I know, seriously. And then the energy cards piss me off too. Like, what am I gonna do with these? Because I just wanted to look Pokemon. Oh man, so yeah. I think that's definitely a good one. How about you?
Okay, well, I think I can top that. I don't know if we ever talked about it before, but it's one of my favorite 90s cartoons. I guess we didn't really talk about it. Um, there's this show called Mighty Max. I don't know if you remember it at all.
Is it not the one with the mouse?
No. He has a little. It's about a teenage boy who has a red hat that has an M on it for Mighty.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then his hat makes portals back in time to different places. And
You know what? I don't think I ever saw this one.
yeah, it was by the same people who did Freakazoid and Animaniacs.
Okay.
And Warner Brothers.
So it was on Cartoon Network.
I want to say probably just the CW, the WB.
Oh, okay.
It might have went on reruns on Cartoon Network later. So it was about this kid who has to fight these enemies of like impending doom of like destroying the timeline or something. I don't really remember it, but it's on YouTube.
but
But I used to be a huge big fan. He had like a barbarian friend that had a huge sword that would help him out, and then he had his like mentor was this time traveling owl who was very wise and knew all about time. So anyways, so Mighty Max toys were pretty much the male version of Polly Pocket. They would come in these little, small little cases, usually themed to a show, an episode of the show. Like there was one where it was a mummy head, and you open it up, and there was a sarcophagus, and you come with a little Mighty Max and a little mummy, and then you play with those little toys on the go. And I remember they were just my favorite thing of all time. I don't know why. Probably because I really liked my sister's Polly Pocket, but I couldn't play with them because I was
Right.
away.
Or could you?
Or, I probably did anyways.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's strange. I never heard of that. But I just looked them up and I cheated and I looked on Google image search.
Yeah.
They totally have the what you would imagine a nice toy to look like, the colorful.
And I think that show is due for like a gritty reboot or something.
Really?
With Christian Bale as Mighty.
Exactly. All right. Well, actually, how many do you want to talk about?
Well, we can just do a list. So.
Okay. Because I got a couple more actually.
Yeah. Besides Pokemon, there's like the video games, of course. Game Boy, that was a big one.
Game Boy was
Game Boy.
the Game Boy Color.
Yeah,
in
Game Boy
particular.
Color. Oh,
That one.
my goodness.
If you got one of those for Christmas, you were the luckiest son of a bitch on the block.
I guess that was me then.
Yeah, I mean, I eventually got one when I was 13, but I think they were really like the number one prize item, maybe like when I was 10 or 11.
Yeah.
So, I mean, those were amazing.
And then going on with electronical stuff, you had
Yeah.
Tamagotchi,
Yes, those were amazing.
Furby. There's other electronical things. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I think that was like for some reason the 90's were the time where they kept on coming out with like robot dogs. There was one called like Poochie that had like a sort of, like Ava from Wall-E, that sort of face on like a robot dog.
Well, I remember actually one of my favorite Christmas toys in the 90's was Polly, the techno parrot. He was like this parrot.
Techno parrot.
Yeah, so he was this. It was this a robot that was in the shape of a parrot, and it was all silver, and he had like this little like mohawk because he's a parrot.
Oh, cool.
And like he would, the catch was, he would learn from you and repeat words and like talk back to you. Yeah, it was actually a really cool toy. The stupid thing was like really had a lot of glitches. I remember. Like I would try. I mean, it was from the 90's, of course, so you're not gonna expect like the highest end computer.
Good ideas, but as it comes to
executed.
Yeah, exactly.
Not necessarily the best way, but still the thought was there, and it was pretty cool, like being able to hold on to like a computer bird or computer pet.
That's cool. They should bring that back. We definitely have the technology for it. Damn it.
Yeah, definitely. That would be actually a cool one to reboot.
Wow, I never heard of that one. That's a good one.
Yeah. So that's one I think I still might have the damn thing around somewhere, just like beat up.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I had a Tickle Me Elmo. I don't know why.
What?
Yeah, well, it was the big craze back then, and I guess, I don't know, I guess my dad was trying to prove a point that he could get me anything, because I didn't want it. I think I was too old for Elmo at that point, but he got me a damn Tickle Me Elmo.
Well, you know what, though? I bet you he did it because all the parents were freaking out.
It was a hype thing.
Yeah, it was like the limited toy that if you could get your hands on, you were a badass.
And God knows how long he waited in line in Toys R Us to get it, so...
Seriously. Yeah. And that's something that I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. My judgment is reserved. But I'll point it out that something I don't necessarily see as much today is the product popularity of one particular toy. So, like you mentioned that Elmo, like people were waiting in line on Christmas Eve even to pick up this toy, and I don't know if I see that anymore. Like
there's no craze anymore. That's I guess there's so many toys out now that
and electronic. I think it's all because there's a lot of like computer games and a lot of computer related items. So most children are like an action figure. I don't want that.
Right. Another hot item that my dad definitely stood in line for, and he told me stories of him standing in line for. Everyone wanted Power Rangers.
Oh, so what was it that you got that was Power Rangers related?
Just like I think mostly it was just the action figures were the ones that were flying off the shelves.
Okay. That's crazy. I remember the Nintendo 64 was a big deal.
Oh, yes. Of course, video games were pretty big back then. That's what started the whole gamer culture, I think.
I actually agree with that.
I want to be bold enough to say.
Dang it. What else is there? Yeah, go ahead.
Do you have any favorite board games from the 90's?
Monopoly, is the classic one I can think of. I mean, it's not from the 90's, but I remember just like really getting into it then. I'm sure.
Perfection came out in the 90's. Remember Perfection?
No, I don't.
It was a little game with a little timer, and then you had to put like little shapes in the little holes before the timer was done. If the timer went off, it would go off, and then all the pieces would pop out, and you would lose.
Oh, really? I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You probably know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Apparently, Guess Who came out in the 90s as well, apparently.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's actually, now that I think about it, quite a bit. I think, wasn't, Operation in the 90s?
Yes. I think so, like early 90s.
And then I think Mousetrap and
Oh,
Oops.
Mousetrap. Ooh.
Yeah.
I just I think I had Trey like build it for me, and then we never played the board game at all. We just like setting up the trap and seeing it go.
Yeah, right? It was so much fun just like playing with the little things.
That was a board game? What?
There was a purpose to it.
Another one I liked that I think my sister had was this game called Crossfire. It's kind of the opposite of Hungry Hungry Hippos. So instead of collecting balls, you were shooting little like pebbles of balls at these little spinners in the middle of the game, and then you were supposed to shoot the spinners into the opponent's goal.
Well, that's awesome. I never heard of that game.
Yeah, I remember the commercial. It was like Crossfire, Crossfire, something like that.
Yeah, nice commercials are definitely really enthusiastic about their products.
Yeah, and then I was talking about to the wife, and there's a ton of, I think, more girl toys in the 90s than there were boys, actually.
I believe that. There was a lot of Barbies. I don't know if you can classify that as more than one toy, but there was a hell of a lot of Barbie accessories in different lines of Barbie dolls. And there was even the Barbie freaking, what were they, the cars? The little, they popped into.
Apparently there was a life-size Barbie. I think it was
really?
It was called My Size Barbie, and that came out in the 90s. And then there was these ones, the Barbies called the Sky Dancers, where it was on the little spinner and it launched into the air. That's when launching into the air became popular for toys.
Right? There was...
launch everything.
It's funny. I don't know. Looking back now, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, Jesus, there's a lot of crap that we... Yeah, there was some. What happened to all of them? You know,
there's a landfill full of 90s toys.
There really is, man. Yeah. That's crazy.
You remember? I think Bop It came out in the 90s too.
Bop It, and you know what else? Simon, I think.
Oh yeah, Simon. Nice.
That was the one game that pissed you off.
As I like to call it, Ouija Board 2.0.
Dang it! That's excellent. Alright, so I think I'm forgetting something here. Do you want to help me out so that the listeners don't have to think that
I think that's it for toys. If you want to talk about, like, 90s Christmas movies.
I don't know if it counts, but there are a lot of Christmas specials for, like, TV shows. Yeah, the excellent one. And then I was... Dang it, Malcolm in the Middle, I think was...
Oh, yeah.
I think it was in the 90s, I'm not sure, it might have been early 2000s, but they had, like, a lot of Christmas specials, in particular the one where Lois doesn't want to have Christmas anymore because the kids are being really bad, so she decides to put all the presents and lock them up in the garage. And then, like, the children decide to, like, sneak into it.
Malcolm in the Middle was 1999, maybe 2000, but I think it counts, damn it.
I think it counts. I think it definitely counts. It was a part of our, like, childhood.
That was a good one. And you know what? I think maybe the best Christmas episode of all time has to be the very first Simpson episode.
Simpsons? Yes, absolutely.
Just the sort of the heart that was at the core of those old episodes. It's man. Watching it now and just seeing what Homer has to go through just to make sure his family has a nice Christmas is just heartwarming.
I know, and it's crazy how you don't really pick up on those like little things.
No, not when you're a kid. You just think it's a funny cartoon.
You just think about colors in the movie. There is one movie that comes to mind actually now when I consider the thing that we were talking about earlier about like toys being really hot.
Oh, I know what you're going with.
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way. Give me that action mod.
Can you believe that shit? That is our governor. Was our governor?
God, yes. Let's forget about that ever happening.
That never happened in California history.
You know what? I want to say he didn't really do anything, so it wasn't like an eventful governor.
I know, it's just like kind of like came and went.
Yeah, Jingle All the Way. That man, talk about. Oh man, that's a good Christmas movie.
That is a really good Christmas movie. Now, I don't know if I would like if it holds up to time right now, but I remember.
You know what? It's on Netflix. I haven't rewatched it yet, but actually, a lot of '90s Christmas movies are on Netflix. So yeah, that'd be something to put on your queue. Not that we're promoting Netflix or anything like that. But another one, one of your favorite Christmas movies, actually, Mr. Tony, is from the '90s.
Yeah, so like I mentioned, Jingle All the Way, and apparently there's Jingle All the Way 2, which doesn't make sense. Do you think that Nightmare Before Christmas would count?
Yes,
Okay.
It does. It came out in '90 crap. Not 90 crap, but
90 crap. That was a good year.
But I was thinking about your other favorite movie that you liked, the Tim Allen's The Santa Claus.
The Santa Claus. That's one of my favorites.
Yes.
I love it.
Oh man.
Maybe I think it went kind of downhill after number 2, and even that's pushing it a bit, but definitely number 1.
Definitely. Yeah, number 1's classic. I just rewatching it on Netflix. I just loved how sort of bitter and sarcastic Tim Allen was in the beginning.
He was. He was such a jerk.
It's so hilarious. This jerk is gonna be like Santa Claus. That's like the great story.
It is. It's really awesome. And then the Grinch.
Ah, the Grinch. Yes.
Although
I think Grinch maybe early. I want to say early '80s for the animated. Jim Carrey's The Grinch. Crap. Maybe early 2000s, late '90s. 99, 2000.
I think that one's still at the cusp of the 90s.
Yeah, that might have been a 2000 release. Going with Tim Burton, though, I like to count this as a Christmas movie because it said during Christmas time is Batman Returns.
You know what? Yes, that is a Christmas movie. I never considered it one, but now
it is the darkest, most disturbing Christmas movie ever, but it is a Christmas movie.
Wow. It's so strange that happened. I forgot.
Like a little penguin biting people's noses off and stuff.
Yeah, it was a real dark movie.
Or something. Yeah.
Seriously.
God, it's disturbing.
It is, and you know what? Dang, that is a '92 film. That's right smack dab in the era.
Oh man. Oh, then continue with that. Edward Scissorhands was also '90s.
Was that? Would you consider that a Christmas movie though?
It was set during Christmas time, yeah. Near the end, especially.
Yeah, near the end.
There's a Christmas tree, and so I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching too into there.
Yeah. Are we forgetting any other? Yeah.
One super major film, Home Alone and Home Alone 2.
Oh, yeah, of course. Classics.
Can't go wrong. I actually, I preferred the second one more than the first one. I don't know why.
I actually think I agree with that as well.
Maybe because there would seem to be more at stake, and he wasn't really home alone. He was home in a freaking city.
Yeah, in a completely different city.
Yeah, they should rename that as home in a relative's home, and not alone actually alone in a big city, but not alone because there is a creepy hobo pigeon lady.
Creepy hobo pigeon lady.
I don't know if they would fit that on a.
I think that could be on the bill.
Yeah.
What about a remake? What would that take into consideration?
Oh man.
Now,
wasn't there a remake? There was a Home Alone 3 with
there's a Home Alone 3, yeah. But I'm talking like a
completely remake.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber in Home Alone.
I forgot my cell phone. What am I gonna do?
Right.
Yeah, because
imagine. Oh man, that'd be crazy. Or gritty reboot. Christian Bale in Home Alone.
Or it
Where's
could
the
be
trigger button?
or it could be taken Home Alone version. It would be, I know you took my kid. I will find you.
Where'd you take him?
And there will be hilarious antics with every
Let
corner.
my people go. Oh wait, movies now.
That's awesome, man. Well, I'm trying to wrap my brain around this Christmas time. Are you thinking about anything special in terms of watching anything that you really got to watch before?
I got one good one that will tie into our Wheel of Morality.
Yes.
We can save that for the end. But continuing on with sort of our Batman kick here. Of course, Michael Keaton was in a movie called Jack Frost.
Oh yeah, that movie was good actually.
I like that one. Watching it, I just rewatched it recently. They actually showed it on TV. I want to say it was like USA maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Rewatching for the special effects, it's like, oh, this is very good.
Yeah, at that time though, I remember thinking it was really creepy because it looked kind of real. But now, looking back, it's like, what the hell?
No,
PlayStation 1 graphic.
at all. Oh wow. But yeah, it was a nice little movie.
I like Snow Day.
Oh, Snow Day. Snow Day was good. That was a Nick movie too, actually.
It was a Nick movie, and that one had Josh Peck in it when he was still a little fatty.
Yeah. Oh man, I love that movie. Actually, it had who was the comedian? Shit, I should know this. It was the Griswold guy.
The Griswold. Yeah, it was National Lampoon's.
Oh, what's his name? Oh
God, he's gonna bite me.
Oh God. We fail Christmas.
That sucks. How come I can't remember his name?
Oh, it'll come to me, but everyone listening knows.
And they're screaming at the top of their...
Yeah. The fact that we don't know it.
Oh, wait. Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase, thank you, sir. Yay, Tony saves the day. Tony saved Christmas.
Yeah, woohoo! Yeah. What do we get?
Another Christmas.
Alright.
Alrighty. Yeah, oh man, I love that. That was a good movie. Especially that came out in a time when I was like, God, I had to be a teenager around that time. And
I was like right at the cusp of like being a teenager. I think I was like.
I was very emotionally involved with that picture for some reason.
That was with his love interest and all that.
Yeah, like, oh God, this is the best love story
ever. I know, right?
Too bad it doesn't snow in San Diego. Oh God.
I know. Oh man. Do you think that there will be another great Christmas movie? Like, is there a movie that you think has come out in the 2000s that will be a classic?
You know what? Looking back, and since I have a son who is watching Christmas movies nowadays, the things that are going to go down as classics of this generation, number one being Elf.
Yeah.
And I want to put number two as Arthur Christmas.
You read my mind.
I love Arthur Christmas, yeah.
You read my mind. I really, that's my top. That's exactly how I would say it too.
Yeah, I think that is a nice new classic. That is.
Those two.
It's just so brilliant.
It'll be watched. Yeah, I think it'll be watched for years to come.
Because it does sort of comment on the sort of commercialness of Christmas, and it's really good.
Yeah, it's
another one I would throw in there as just a good holiday movie for every holiday. Actually, is I really liked Rise of the Guardians. I thought that was good because you have Santa Claus in there, and then you got the Easter Bunny and Jack.
You know what? That was a good. Yeah, I think I would add to that list as well. That's true.
Just to throw in as a good Christmas movie or just a holiday movie.
What about Frozen? You think that will get past the...
You know, I don't really put that as a Christmas or holiday movie. I just put that as a Disney movie.
Huh.
A really good Disney movie. One of the probably newer classic Disney movies now.
Yeah, I think you're right. The new classic Disney movies. Yeah, possibly.
Any other Christmas movies out now that would be like classic or classic.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think the Christmas movie genre is slowly dying out, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's sad, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of not cool at all, actually.
You know what I want to say, since Christmas is dying out, I want to see a new wave of like Thanksgiving movies or like
That would be
different
nice.
holiday.
Yeah, right? Or Halloween. That'd be
Oh,
fun.
Halloween movies, yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, so for my utmost favorite, one of my favorite Christmas movies, which is also a Christmas special as well, is we're of course Animaniacs fans here on
Yes.
90's Guys. We always do Wheel of Morality, and one of my favorite movies is Wacko's Wish, and that sort of summed up the whole Animaniacs series with a nice final movie. And that was a Christmas movie because Wacko, she's a little Christmas star and makes a wish. And yeah, that's just it's a good movie. And I'm gonna pull from our Wheel of Morality, and we're gonna take the Wheel of Morality from Wacko's Wish because it's just a good. We won't do a we won't do a fake Wheel of Morality right here.
Alright.
In the spirit of Christmas, we'll be
We'll
good
be genuine.
for goodness sake, you know.
Alright.
So here's a clip from We do not own this, so please don't take it down. We just want to share this with everybody. Here is a clip from Wacko's Wish. Came out in 1999. And here's the Wheel of Morality for Wacko's Wish.
Our town was a total dive. Now every day's like summer. It feels great to be alive. To stand on the stage with greater clarity. We now spin the wheel of morality. Wheel of morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson that we should learn. And the moral of our story is when you lose, try not to blow. You gotta cheer up and never give up hope. Tell me it now. You gotta cheer up and never give up hope. Try to go. Just cheer up and never ever give up hope. Hope, 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 hope.
Yay!
Yay!
So that's a good moral to any Christmas movie, really.
I think that I agree.
Alright, so is there anything else you want to talk about, or should we end it there?
I think that is a good way to wrap it up and get ready for Christmas. A nice way to put you in the holiday spirit.
Yeah, you know what? I think next Christmas, my Christmas is going to be 90's themed.
That sounds like an excellent idea. Dang it, why they're not thinking of it first? That sounds amazing, dude. And you should actually do 90s themed gifts.
Oh god, all the 90's themed gifts, toys.
You could do it. You could pull it off.
Yeah, we'll get together and do that.
Yeah, we'll try to figure something out.
Alright.
Alright, well, I think that's it for us today on Riffin' with the 90s Guys. Is there any last things you'd like to add, Peter?
From Home Alone, Merry Christmas, you filthy animal, and
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Alright, yeah, have a happy Halloween, everyone.
Bye.